Week 24, kindergarten, tree rings. Teachers, in finishing up our plant unit, we're going to look at some tree rings. And I have some real tree rings. I'm not in the science lab right now, but I do have a picture of one, but your kids are also going to be looking at real ones. And what we want to do is just show them how they can look at a tree ring and count how old that tree is. And kind of tell, kindergarten's not going to be able to tell a lot of history on it. I'm going to explain it to them, and you are. We're going to start right here in the middle with the green dot. Now, on a real tree ring, I guess I could put something to start with. We don't count that one right there. We start with the first ring. So that's the first year the tree started coming up right there. So the first year would be this ring right here. So we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This tree is 17 years old. You don't count all the way across. You only start from the center and count out. Now, some things that you could ask the kids. Why do you think that there's a great big white ring right here? What happened? So let them kind of guess why they think that happened. And then we also have this really dark ring. So something happened in the weather that year. This all has to do with weather, how these tree rings look. Something happened to the tree right here, like lightning might have struck it, or it might have had an invasion of insects right here. But something happened to this tree. Right here is another type of injury, we would call it. Maybe another tree fell across this. You know, you might, some kids might understand is maybe somebody built a fence and put a staple right here and it injured that tree. Well, that they know that wire, it'll eventually grow over that wire, and that's some kind of injury. That's something they might be able to relate to. But when lightning strikes a tree, it damages that bark on the outside, and then what happens is the bark covers it up and protects it. You see the bark's all okay over here. It's okay over here. The bark protects the tree from damages like that. But it's still, just like they'll have a scar on their body from an injury that healed, trees also have injuries that tell a story. So that's how they're going to read their rings. Now, we're not going to have, I know kindergarten doesn't count a lot past 20 or 50 or something. The real tree rings are not this old. And I'll try to pick out trees. I have several different locations of trees like this. And I'll try to pick out the lower numbers. Then they're going to make their own ring. They're going to make a tree ring. I have a little paper plate here. They're going to start in the middle, just like my little diagram. I'm going to draw a circle right in the middle of green. And that's also a good way to show them that right up through the center of that tree is a vessel that carries the nutrients for that tree. It carries the minerals from the roots up through the tree. And also you see that green ring on the outside. That also is carrying nutrients to that tree. In here, this is not carrying nutrients, but the green areas are. So on our tree, we're going to start with a green dot in the middle. They're going to draw how old they are. So say they are 5. Then they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you know, we don't have to have perfect circles. This one's not perfect. And neither are theirs, and I know that. You know, we want to put their name on it. So, student name. So we know whose tree this is. This is going to be important to them. they're going to understand that right here, this is their birthday. So if they know their birthday, they can put the date. So I'm just making up a date. So on 1/1/14, so-and-so is born. Then you could have them, if they can write in here. I never know what kindergarten can do. But I'm going to say learned to walk, or they just might write the word walk. The second year, they learned to talk. What'd they do in year 3? Try to pull out a memory that they might have had in year 3. Maybe they got a dog. And I know they don't write complete sentences like this, and I'm not writing a complete sentence. And then at 4 years old, maybe they, I don't know, got a bike for Christmas. Learn to ride a bike. Something that they want to write. Whatever they want to write in their rings is okay. I'm just trying to think of ideas. And then down here, I'd write, how old are you? 5 years old. And, maybe you want to say, my tree is 5 years old. And these look cute out in the hall or in your room or something like that. So that's what we're going to do this week. Student name, tree, things that has happened to them in their 5 years. On the outside, they might write started school. So these will be cute. Let these be their memories so everybody doesn't have the same thing. And that's what we're going to do this week.